I'll be dropping the full clips of the preview that you just seen right now of the worst living situation that I have been in, you guys. I mean, I feel like I've had some roommates that were not the best. You know, I had a fight with one of my old roommates back then, and I had a great roommate before this, but dude, this is the worst living situation, the worst roommate that I have had to this day. And hopefully I will never have this again, bro. Like, I am so over it. First thing first, I just want to say, of course, I'm a grown man, and I know living together with somebody is never going to be perfect. And I try to, see myself as a very understandable roommate. Like, I'm not super nitpicky about things, I'm relatively easygoing. But, dude, this was the worst, dirtiest roommate that I have lived with. And again, bro, like, I don't care about your lifestyle. You can do your thing, but I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm not dropping no names or nothing. I'm gonna say that too. But bro was like an alcoholic. He just drank every day. And again, that's not even the issue. The issue is like when you're super dirty and you're messy and you don't clean anything and you leave things neglected for months. I mean, dude, this house been neglected, bro. Like, there was things that was like so dirty months, probably months before I even moved in. What was the icing on the cake was that the fact that bro would get drunk, make these messes, and then start blaming me 2 months in, telling me that I don't clean and doing this and that. Like, it got to the point where it was just ridiculous. And I'm gonna be real. I mean, part of me posting this is obviously because it's my channel and I want to post whatever the fuck I want. But part of this, maybe I am a little bit petty, bro, because as I sit here in this motel and it's my last day here, I'm gonna be dropping more about this in the next vid. But like, I mentioned it before, I'm actually moving back home for a bit for some support. But yeah, man, maybe it's just me being a little bit petty about just people sometimes, because I really do try to be nice to people and forgiving, but it can come at a cost because I think about it and I think, well, would I have done this to somebody? No, I wouldn't have. And like I said, I'm a very easygoing roommate, bro. So yeah, what was basically the icing on the cake was like, the house was completely falling apart. Bro started trying to blaming me for messes. I actually had to hit him with this thing where I was like, okay, first of all, I mean, another red flag was that he lived in the living room. So he'd get drunk, be passed out, living on the living room couch, even though there was two other rooms that was completely available to use. And yeah, it was just a weird situation, man. Seeing him like passed out, drunk on the couch, living in the living room. What really set it off was this argument we had 2 months in, and he was talking about how, oh, like, I don't think you clean a lot. I had to look at him and I said, hey, you're complaining about the living room and the kitchen being clean, right? And I looked at him and I said, look at the dishes, bro. How am I supposed to clean the sink when these are all your dishes? Look at the floor. How am I supposed to clean the floor when these are all your White Claw cans and your Tito bottles? Like, bro, I am not going to be cleaning this. I go in and out of the room that I rent. So when you think about it, how much mess can I really make when I am barely in the living room? Like, I had to hit him with this real stuff, bro. Like, I was like, hey, man, you want me to clean up like my own mess? Like, I feel you on that. Like, I completely feel you on that. But I'm not gonna pick up after a grown man. And I feel like that's what he wanted, bro. Like, he wanted to hire like some maid. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, like I said, it's my channel, so I'm gonna post what I want. So please enjoy this compilation of over the past 5 months of the worst, dirtiest roommate that I have ever had. Enjoy. I gotta do a little voiceover in this part because, yeah, there was like music playing in the background. Couldn't have that. But man, like, gosh, looking back at these vids, like, look at how gross this sink was. I couldn't even use it. I couldn't make food. Hey man, I mentioned it sometimes, but I'm just gonna throw this away, dude, because
It's just been sitting here for way too long, bro.
Niggas don't mix weekdays with weekend bitches. Whatever your rules is, they gotta be clear and consistent. A bitch either fall in line with your program or she enrolls whole, nigga. That's organization. And remember this, nigga. If honesty make your whole roster quit, you wasn't a pimp, nigga. You was improvising shit. Look here, nigga. If you juggling multiple bitches with no structure, don't be shocked. First rule, honesty.
And for some of y'all that are asking, oh yeah, why would you record a vid of him passed out? Think about it this way. Imagine I was working all day and then I come home and I see this guy passed out. Like, but I mean, the way he was passed out was like he was holding his phone. It didn't really look like he was moving. You feel me? And like, I just walk into that scenario. Of course, I'm gonna document it, bro. Like, last thing I mean, God forbid something happened. I mean, nothing happened, but like, like think about the scenario like I walk into, bro. Like, you got to be able to document things to be able to be like, in case you got to make a call and you got to be like, hey, man, like, I don't know what happened, dude. Like, I came in and bro is just passed out like this. You feel me? So it's all about protecting yourself, too. This is basically my motivation. And also, I just concluded, man, like, I just can't live in Washington no more, bro. Like, Washington, Oregon is beautiful, but I always crack during the winter time. And like really you guys, like my health is suffering from it. So yeah, it was just about time, you know. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise the fact that like I got this opportunity and I feel blessed. I'm just going to take it, but man, like I really did feel like it was either living in this like dirty place and it's like borderline feeling like you're living in poverty, you know. Anyways, man, I'm not here to complain about life because at the end of the day, like I know what I signed up for. It was still a roof over my head, and I know a lot of people don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? So of course, yes, I try to look at the positives, but living with people is already difficult as it is, and yeah, I just had enough. Anyways, if you all are comfortable, please share down below a roommate experience that you had, whether it was good or bad. But yeah, for sure, man, I want to hear some crazy roommate stories because I'm sure people got it. So let's hear it down below. Let's have a discussion. Anyways, if you want to hear the rest of my story and me going into more depth of why I am moving back home for a bit, you guys got to stick for the future vids.